Hello everyone, this is the tutorial for Behind. My name is Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. So to play this song, the easiest, we need a capo on fret 3. If you're in need of a capo, there is a link in the description, so feel free to check that out. However, jumping in with the introduction, we have these few chords. E minor, which is an open E string, 2, 2 on the A and D string, and 0 on the remaining strings. This is all in reference to the capo, by the way. We then have a C major chord, which is 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, 0 on the G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. The third out of 4 chords we need for the introduction is a G major chord, 3 on the E, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0, and a 3 on the high E string. Finally, we need a D major chord. Open D string, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, and 2 on the high E string. So those are the chords, and it's going to play in that order, but in terms of how long we play them for and the strumming, let's get stuck into that. So we have some very fast-paced chords. We have E minor, so down, down, up, up. And we play that twice. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And that's going to play the same for C major. Notice how on the first downstroke I'm accenting it, I'm making it louder. So that second downstroke, down. Bear that in mind because that's going to be very common throughout this song. When we get to the G chord, we'll play it 2 times round, but then we go for another time round before jumping to D major. So slowly the introduction goes like this: E minor, C, G, and D. If we play that through 2 times in a row, you get the introduction. We then get to the first verse, where we sustain a G major chord for 2 bars. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. However, as we go and play the G major again, what we do is play a G sus4, which is 3 on the E string, 2 on the A string, 0, 0, 1 on the B string, and a 3 on the high E string. And then it sustains G again for 2 bars. So what we have is G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see that G sus4 just comes in really quickly. We then start strumming, but lightly, with E minor, C, and G for 2 bars. Now it might be worth doing a partial palm mute. If you can, that's just where we take this part of the hand, rest it on the strings to the side of the bridge, so we get a bit of a muted sound. And you could use that effectively for the verse to make it a little bit quieter. So if you play everything that I've just mentioned 2 times in a row, you get the first verse. So the pre-chorus is up next, and the chords change. The chords are going to change a few times in this song. We have E minor to D major. Now D major normally sounds like that. What we're going to do instead though is have a slightly different voicing, what they use on the track. It's just like a C major chord, but what we do is we move that C major shape up 2 frets. Get this very beautiful, very open chord, but works beautifully on acoustic guitars as well as electrics, I suppose. So we have that E minor chord, then that D major chord. Now there's one more chord for this. Just before I show you that chord, if you're interested in getting the chord charts for this, as well as the chords and the lyrics matching up, head on over to Patreon. There's a link in the description, a couple of dollars, and you can get everything wrought out professionally, and it saves you from writing out potentially making a mistake. So the last chord of the pre-chorus is a C major chord. And what you do, you play that for a bar, and then sustain it for a bar. So the full pre-chorus goes like this: E minor, D, C, and then sustain. Leading into the chorus, we have the same chords as the verse, and what we do on the first time round is sustain almost every chord. So the full chorus goes like this: G major, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, E minor, up to C, and then start strumming G. You then repeat the full set of chords that I've just said one more time round, but instead of sustaining, play all of them. Okay, so here's where we get a bit of repetition. After that first chorus, we get a second verse, and looking at my notes, it's exactly the same as the first verse. We then have a pre-chorus, same as the previous pre-chorus. And then we have another chorus, and thankfully that is just the same as the chorus I've just talked about. Play that through twice. However, we then get to a bridge section. This bridge section does change, so let's break down what we need for that. D major is going to start us off for the bridge, and what we do is go from D major, E minor, to C major, then C again, and then we have a C/B, what we call a passing chord, and they accent a C chord going to that C/B. So slowly we have C major, C again, and you see there I was really just pushing those, I was emphasising them. Now to get a C/B we need 2 on the A string, 0, 0 on the D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. Before we go to a D major chord once more, E minor, and then 2 lots of C. At that point we then get a little bit more repetition. We have another chorus, a final chorus. Play through that twice before we have a little mini outro, which is E minor that we've sustained for a bar, and a C major, and that'll get you to the end of the song. Now if you found that useful and if it was interesting, please feel free to like and subscribe. Also check out those chords that are over on Patreon. Like I said, just a couple of dollars and you get it all wrought out professionally. So thanks very much for watching. I also want to say thanks to the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. So when this video goes live, they will get access to the PDFs immediately. So feel free to check that out because you could get your name on the screen. Alright, see you later guys. Thank you very much for watching.